Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, all right. You got the first word in this time. I didn't get to do my intro, but that's all right. Um,
Sorry.
Hello, adventurers.
no, no, fuck off. Let me do my thing.
Welcome to
This
Arcanautus
is gonna
Ascent.
be.
No, no, what? Yeah, no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Use your nice, sexy mic to do the fucking ASMR fucking style intro that I always fucking do. Go ahead, do it. Do it.
Talking to me or him?
Hello,
Yeah, no,
everybody.
both of you.
Welcome to
Both of you.
Arcanautus
Yeah,
Ascent.
that was good.
We're happy to have you here today, and we
Keep it
look forward
positive.
to the
Yep.
adventures that unfold.
Yeah, that's right. That was perfect. You guys did great. I appreciate and
Nice.
respect you all. All right, cool. So, as they said, everybody, welcome to
All right.
Arcanautus Ascent. We just dealt with our plant monster via um, dissociative identity disorder. So that was a good.
I like
That was good.
I like to think that it was empathy that really won the day.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
All right.
I think that's if you get anything, I think
Hey,
that's a good thing to get
how's
out
it
of it.
going?
All right, so as you all can see, we have white silver on the roll 20. Just where they're silenced, they may be joining us at a later date. Potentially, we'll see what happens. Feel free to say hi if you want.
I am here.
Yes, that is our mega DM that has been mentioned in the fucking ye old past. We've mentioned them in like a couple of the early episodes. Um,
Alrighty then.
yeah, so everybody's
Oh, I forgot about the voice randomizer.
yeah, it caught me off
Yep.
guard for a second as well.
It's back,
Oh
baby.
no, yeah, good. Nobody
Sure.
commented. Nobody
Which
commented
one
on the
is?
last video, so yeah, we're good.
Is it this one or this one that I've
Nope,
been using for
nope,
Mario?
nope.
No, it was the
Nope.
first one. It was the first one.
Sorry, we should hop
This
into it.
one or
No,
No.
this one?
I don't like that one.
That the last one.
The second one. Got it.
That
Yes.
whatever you're currently doing, keep doing it
Cut down the
Alright.
reverb on it a little bit though.
if you're able
Huh?
to.
Yeah, cut
And
down
there,
on the reverb a little bit if you can.
there is no reverb on it, although
Well,
I can
damn.
increase
Everybody's
the
mics actually sound like
intelligibility.
that on this.
Oh really?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ah,
Is this
well,
any better?
Actually, it might just. Oh, actually, yes.
Okay, I turned up the intelligibility
There you go.
of it.
Yeah,
Thanks, voice mod.
it's just the MIDI-fying, I think, of it through the program. Moving on. So,
Yeah.
we last left off. The party had collected all their shit. Everybody was super cool and awesome and victorious. We were returning to the Temple of Angulus. Jenzu joined us. Siegfried joined us. Jenzu and Siegfried are attempting to teach your new plant companion the value of friendship, or at least Jenzu is, and Siegfried is trying to teach it how to fight. So they are distracted by doing that. However, Mari, Zen, you two are not distracted by attempting to.
I care not for plant people.
You care not for the plant people. Let me just. You guys have 4 ships now, by the way. You have acquired a new ship for the flotilla. I would describe it as a fleet.
Technically, we have 5.
5, yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, because one of them is docked back at the other place. Let me just go ahead and grab all of your various ships and just have them on the ocean battle map at the ready.
Aren't we cool?
Yeah, you guys are super cool. You basically have a fleet of captured ships. They
We're
are
going out, but
various levels of ramshackle. Are you gonna clear the vegetation from the plant ship and sort of convert that back into a regular vessel?
when we get back to
It's got a lot of
Angeles
brain
Island,
juice in it right now.
I was gonna pay some people to clean it up and get it like
That's
as
going
a
to be
ready
a
vessel.
relatively expensive job given the nature of the mess, but probably not a problem for you guys. All right. We now return we will just move the narrative along here. We'll move things forward. So
On the trip back, I'm
yes.
gonna attune to the vest.
I see. So, you attune to the vest. Have I given you the description for this vestige yet?
Nope.
All right, I will send you that now. I'll put it in the Roll20 and then I'll put it in the Discord.
Awesome.
Also, yeah. Here, no, well, I'll as you attune to it, your entire crew, as you finish attuning to it, sort of all just everybody makes eye contact with each other. It seems like a coincidence. But you feel like something changed as you're all out on the water together. You're not sure what it is quite yet. You feel like it'll reveal itself in time. Alright, I am pasting in the chat channel. And I am pasting on Discord. The Vest of Tackling. Wondrous item legendary. As you guys are heading back to the shore, Zen, you will be finished attuning to it, I guess, by the time you guys arrive. The moon is out and illuminating the temple, which the sign, guess what? A little bit of a glow to it. It has a illumination. The mechanical Angulus sign of the big icon of Angulus with the rod going back and forth kind of over the Temple of Angulus, a sort of beacon in the darkness, acting as a sort of lighthouse of sorts. As you finish attuning, as you are pulling into the dock, towing behind you the big one, various ships have begun to return to port as well as from night fishing. You see the port, several people have weighed anchor just offshore. And it appears that, like, as you look around a lot, you see the glint of telescopes, of spyglasses, from the farther ships, and you see a bit of a crowd has begun to gather at the shoreline, at the actual dock, as a space has been left for the ship to pull in that is carrying the big one. Yeah, so you guys, I guess here, let's move ourselves over to the Temple of we'll move ourselves over to Angulus Island. That's where we'll do all of our dirty dealings. Ooh, this is taking a while to load. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
see Angulus Island.
Okay, it's loading for me still. Taking a hot minute. Oh boy, my Wi-Fi is a little shoddy right now. Sorry? Okay, one sec. Yeah, 1 sec. I'm gonna disconnect to reconnect the Wi-Fi, guys. Excuse me for a moment. I only have 2 tabs open. Can you guys hear me?
Yes. I
Okay.
feel like it might have stopped.
Yeah, you guys are going to want to reload Roll20. I had to reload the page. So just go ahead and
Okay.
reload Roll20.
Okay, so I think that I might have missed what you most recently said, if that's the case.
Reload Roll20. My internet was bad.
Yep. Last thing that I remember you saying was a bunch of ships.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
so you didn't hear?
Up there.
Oh, you didn't hear any of that? Essentially, what he was saying was we've acquired quite the amount of vessels, and as we arrived to crowd, almost as if they can like sense what we've achieved. Is that sort of what you were trying to get by?
Yeah. It appears
that's
that,
about what I remember.
yeah, it appears that the word may have spread, possibly. Yeah, the word may have spread, about the event, about the capture of
What?
the big one, the ending of its existence.
All right. And what's the time right now?
It is currently guys are probably getting around. It's setting up close to like 10 p.m. probably at this point, like maybe 10-11 p.m. It's getting late. Y'all are thinking that you might settle things up here and then maybe turn in for the night or party until you all pass out, depending on how good these fishermen party. Yeah. So as you all arrive back,
Mari doesn't trust the crowd.
yeah. As you all arrive back on the shore, you guys are immediately like crowded by a whole bunch of sailors hooting and hollering and like just totally like amazed, and like a crowd of them is like standing back and clapping as you guys walk on down the docks. You see Lil Puff run forward out of the crowd and kind of go up to go hug you, Zen. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Thank you. It's very appropriate. Let me just. I believe. That's
You
a
guys
plus
did it!
9.
They all said you did the thing! You got the big one!
It is indeed a plus 9.
Uh-huh.
All right.
19. You narrowly dodge out of the way of this porcupine fish child. As they go to hug you, fail, pass by, and go over and instead hug onto Huge, who, while they did gain some magical healing, still is very, like, actually tired out. Huge doesn't show exhaustion as much as a normal human being might, or I suppose a human being might. But he is sort of like a bit more lethargic. His joints appear to be a little bit like tense. He just seems a little bit like he's recently got the shit beat out of him by like a 2,000-pound fish. It's probably more like 3,000 or 4,000 pounds actually, based on its size. Now that I think about it, but anyways, But yeah, Lil Puff goes and hugs him, and Siegfried kind of holds the kid up high and is just like, "We got him!" And kind of holds the adamantine rod up, and then kind of looks over to you, Zen, slowly puts the adamantine rod down and kind of gives you a head nod. Everybody...
Couldn't have done it without you, bud.
He gives you a thumbs up as Lil Puff also gives you a thumbs up from his shoulder. Siegfried, who's behind him, currently is dragging the two fucking charlatans that tried to steal your catch from you behind you along the dock in their undergarments. Because Siegfried doesn't give a shit and finds this
They're still
slightly
unconscious,
humorous.
right?
Yes, they were unconscious. You guys never woke them up.
All right, cool. I have
so
plans
yeah,
for those two.
Siegfried will just kind of like tie the rope to a post at the side of the dock, and it's just kind of looking over the side of the dock where Jormungunder's eyes slowly rise out from the water like a crocodile rising just above the water so that its nose and eyes are visible. Right beside the area where the line is there. Excuse me. But yeah, you have the big one on the ship. Everybody is looking at you expectantly, almost as if they expect you to deliver some kind of rousing speech.
Oof. Well, okay. The
big fucker's dead.
Zen raises up his arm straight in the air with the anchor rod in it,
There's an immediate like whisper and like gasp as they recognize the hat on Siegfried's head, the vest upon Zen's chest, and the rod he raises up. And there's immediately a second round of hooting and hollering as you go ahead and
I point the rod at the robotic symbol of Angelus and say, "We did it. We took it down. We handled some crooks. We found and acquired all 3 artifacts of the sea god of freedom and fishing. And it was a good time. It was a good time."
Hell yeah. There is a fucking roar of applause again for this, like, happy conclusion of your fishing adventure. The crowd all, like, hands off to you a bunch of, like, you are given a whole bunch of, like, ale, and, like, a couple folks hand over some, like, special fish jerky they prepared for the occasion, or like just had on them, or like just a bunch of stuff. Charmant is immediately like surrounded by a group of people who are like asking him about the experience, and Charmant is like recounting the tale of, you know, Zen's use of the anchor rod. You notice he embellishes a little bit when it comes to Huge, and he emphasizes the grand struggle between Huge and the big one. This is the legend that will likely be passed down, for better or for worse. But you know, fishing tales will be what they are, I suppose, eh?
And then Mari interjects about halfway through, saying, "Yeah, he would be a pool of blood in the water if it wasn't for the fact that I gave him just a little bit of a jolt of healing magic to get out."
And Charmant kind of glances over to you and kind of gives you like a sidelong look, like squints for a second and then smiles and recounts, "Yeah, exactly. He was when the fish eventually tugged him into the water after a grand struggle, it started biting and smashing into him. And our friend there, they provided aerial support and ended up bringing our great friend, our huge friend, back to consciousness when he was just on the brink of death." And like Charmant clearly is a man who is well versed in the beats of a grand fishing tale. And you get the distinct impression that this particular tale will be shared amongst these sailors and amongst the followers or visitors to the temple for ages. The crowd essentially follows you guys around like celebrities as you begin to head in to the temple itself. And we'll do the scene out here. Sorry.
Sorry. I'm gonna tell a couple of our crew members to watch those 2 captives and to make sure no one patches them up. They're gonna sit there for a bit before I have something to say to them.
Yeah. Your crew are protective of your current captives. Yes, they here, one sec. It's down here somewhere. It's down here somewhere. Oh, it's chugging. Sorry, give it a minute. We're close. There it is. I found it. It's like one of the first images I added. All right. Anyways, yes. Your crew are kind of keeping an eye on the hostages. And your crew is the sailors that have just joined you seemed distraught at first. But seeing the cheering crowd, hearing Charmant recount the story, the few crew members that had been working under Hugh and Quartermaster Magul, they seem to be. They smile. They smile and they nod, and they seem happy at the occasion despite their current role. Until somebody rains on their parade, they will probably be celebrating with everybody else as well, unless anybody, stops them or anything.
No, as long as they stay in line, they're
exactly.
welcome to join the party and join the cruise.
A couple of folks shoot them dirty looks, but then they would recount that, Hugh was a rat bastard and Magul was a manipulative fuck. We were just in it for the coin, and we realize now that. And they kind of would look over to Zen and Siegfried in particular, and then up at Huge, who still has some of those bruises left over, and Mari with their wings folded up and their presence seemingly amplified by the moonlight. And they'd nod, and they'd say, something bigger was happening here than gold.
Something huge.
Something huge. As the camera pans over to Huge, silhouetted against the moon with little Puff on his shoulder and the obsidian rod across his back. Eventually you
Siegfried's here, by the way.
Oh, is he? I'm so happy. How much of that did you hear, Siegfried?
I got here a few seconds ago, so not much.
Oh. Okay, there was just a lovely recount. Sharma is telling a slightly embellished fish story to make you guys sound even better than it already was. Everybody is giving you free ale and shit. You dragged the two hostages onto the docks before everybody and sort of tied them to a post, and Jormungandr is just sitting in the water below them waiting. And they're still in their undergarments as well. So that was what you've done so far, Siegfried. And you're just kind of basking in the glory of what everybody's just fucking clapping and celebrating and giving you guys drinks and jerky and all kinds of shit. A couple people toss you some gold, just a bunch of celebratory shit. You guys
the clout
see,
is here.
Exactly. This is the clout. And with Charmet telling your tale, you get the distinct impression that this clout is probably going to be pretty long standing. You guys see descending from the temple itself, carrying what appears to be a small sort of urn-shaped item, sort of this azure, light blue and sort of with a couple of sapphires on the lid, urn. Coming down is the paladin from before, Mr. Is something?
It was Icarad.
Icarad, yes. Yes, Icarad.
And there's Jenzu. Looks like everyone's here.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello, Jenzu. We just recounted the tale. Icarad, the paladin, is coming down to give you guys, it seems to be some kind of reward.
Okay.
Zen, you see a wood elf who passes you a flask, a moonshine flask with 4 X's on it. And the X's on the end are drawn to look like fish. And he says, "Well, hell, I never thought you boys would be able to do it, but you sure as hell did. My congrats, this is my special fishing brew. So you go ahead and help yourselves, why don't you? Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's Lorben. That's the wood elf you meant before, Zen. That's Lorben.
Yeah, the one that was telling me about fly fishing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Charmet was teaching you about fly fishing. This guy told you about the legend of Old Snappy.
Oh. Yeah.
Did I not write Icarad's name down? Because I probably should do that. One sec.
I just remember it because it reminds me of Icarus.
Icarad, yes. It's under 1020. Under 1020, 2 months ago. What the hell is time?
Wow.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I just.
It's okay.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Where was I? Icarad coming down. Urn. Urn-shaped object about like a 1.5 feet tall and like a foot wide. He comes down.
Burn fish?
Sorry.
He like burn the fish and put it in his brew. Like it's actually a fish urn.
Sorry, it's an urn-shaped container.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Jenzu, you're there
the fish
too.
is still
one sec.
Have I met this gentleman?
Huh?
No, you were on the ship.
Icarad? No, you were on the ship. This is a paladin that the party.
Yes, this paladin.
There was
the one that
paladin
jumped by Siegfried and a fish.
Yeah. The crowd parts ways for you all. The crowd parts ways for you all as you all come forward to accept your gifts, your prize, whatever it may be. Icarad comes forth. One sec. Sorry.
Okay.
This Triton paladin, he has a couple of bandages over where he sustained some injuries a couple days ago. You notice as he's in more casual attire at this point, not in his formal armor, the scale mail. He's not in the full setup. He appears to be in something a little bit more casual, something that you might go out onto the lake and do some fishing on. Not exactly oceanic fishing gear. And he speaks to you all as he motions a hand out while still holding the urn. I received a message while you all were out there, and it told me to go below the temple, and that something would be waiting there for me. I had the strange impression to bring the ceremonial urn with me as well, that we would typically do for any burials where the individual who wished to be buried wished for their ashes to be spread upon the seas. I went down there, and there was the fishing hut, and there were the koi. One of them jumped into the urn, which I quickly filled with water, and it told me to come up back with it and present it to you all. Now, this may sound crazy, but, and he lifts the lid up off of the urn, and, if you all look in, you see a faintly glowing shape of one of the koi, a smaller one, but, clearly a descendant of the, one of the koi that, Zen had, noticed before, a descendant of the big one. A red shape on its head, though this one modeled with a slight kind of orangish splotch on its left side as well. And it is swimming in kind of a circular motion within the urn, and it sticks its head out. And you all hear in your heads as it does that fish thing with its mouth that they do.
What's that fish thing?
You hear, and I wrote it down. One sec, let me make sure I actually give you the correct information. I didn't get a chance to write down a lot today because of situations, but I did write down some things, and this is one of them. Alright, what's today, the 1st? Man, it's the 1st of December, everybody. It's crazy. Anyways. Okay, the party returns with the carp offers up to you all a gift. It speaks to you all and it says, in your heads, for the brief time you have been upon these shores and fished in these waters, You have proven yourselves all more than worthy, and more than understanding of the true spirit of what we represent. I offer up to you a gift. It is a choice, but I'm sure one of these you will find useful. Choose one, and it will stay with you forever. And you all feel a sense of... You have some options for what you get from this. The Blessing of Peaceful Shores. You get the distinct impression this blessing would be related to having an easier time sailing while within a certain distance of a shoreline. I will put the 3 blessings in the chat in just a minute. The second blessing, Alignment of Crew's Courage. All the members of your crew would be bolstered, both physically and in their resolve, to be unshakable in the face of dreadful odds. And then the third option would be the Blessing of a Piscine... How do you pronounce that word for fish?
Piscine.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go.
The Blessing of a Piscine Companion. And this is the most ambiguous of the 3, but allows for the most flexibility as well. And the party will find themselves aided, and I have written, at a narratively appropriate or semi-random moments by an ally from the waters. So let me put those in the chat here.
Dolphins.
And I'm going to put them on the Discord as well, as usual.
Okay.
And you guys are going to choose one. You may now discuss amongst yourselves which blessing you would prefer. You get to choose one of these 3. Discuss
We
amongst
could always
yourselves.
use smoother sailing. Sailing mean less
the
storms
peaceful
or less monsters? That's what I'm wondering.
Creatures of the sea will not attack the party's fleet.
Ah, that is helpful.
Alignment of the crew.
If something is not of the sea, like a pirate or something, then that's still a possibility. But
that's fair.
On the seas, well, let's see. They're all. So the first one would be useful for when we're back in Arcanautus, because their whole job is to protect Arcanautus from the sea monsters that would attack. The second one...
I will say, it doesn't stop them.
Oh.
Okay, so...
Just discouraged?
Alright. Nope, never mind. I'll let it be as strong as it is. Never mind. I was thinking from the shoreline out, and I wasn't thinking from the shoreline in, but fuck it. It's both ways, then.
So...
I didn't realize the language allowed for a much broader range.
So,
but now that is how it is.
Did each person gets one, or does the whole crew get one?
We all get one.
All members
all together.
Wait, what? Oh, no. This is for your group, your fleet, and your crew. This is
our whole fleet. Ooh.
It seems so. Well, it does specify, and you would get this impression, these will only occur when the heroes of this journey are present. So basically, what that means is you guys have to be on the ship in order to, you guys have to be... Remember, any links you post are seen by everybody on YouTube, side note.
Yes, it's just a link to the image of character. Yeah, so it's nothing specific. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what do you guys think? Discuss amongst yourselves. Because as you guys are obviously going to be heading out soon, I believe, this will be quite relevant for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, so like I said, the first one would be pretty useful
Huge is inclined towards the second.
So is Siegfried.
The heroism one?
Huge is inspired by the second one. And
I thought Siegfried would have preferred the last one.
He looks over. Sorry, Siegfried?
No, I said I thought Siegfried would have preferred the last one.
What does Siegfried prefer again?
The second
Oh yeah,
one.
he wants all the pets. All the sea monsters, all of them. He'd tame them or try. Intimidate them to submission.
What would probably end up happening is Jormungandr would try to eat it. So maybe not the second one. I'm okay with not the third one. I'm okay with the second one. I mean, all things considered,
so the heroism spell grants you temporary HP and you are immune to being frightened.
It's a good buffer. So and it'll keep the crew members alive more likely. So I'm okay with if you guys want to go with the second one, I have no complaints on that. The first one's pretty ambiguous, so if it's something from like the trench or something like that, it might not work on it. Something that isn't just the fish.
That you get the impression, and the koi will give you the impression, will pass along this knowledge to you as it is a messenger from something that knows of the blessings. The creatures of the deep sea are still of the sea.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? The third one seems a little too meh. So do you guys want to go with the second one or the first one?
I think it's too unpredictable though, because like there could be moments where we get like, a sea monster helps out. There could be ones where like a bunch of minnows are like, sure, we'll help. And I don't feel like getting them all killed and then having nothing accomplished.
The third one is specifically rather ambiguous.
Yeah. So okay. So what would you prefer, Jenzu?
Yeah.
The first one or the second one?
I think the first one would be the most helpful for what my purpose is as a character, to focusing on protecting land mass from creatures.
And does the first one only work if we're physically on our ship?
Yeah,
like if we're on land, would it not work?
The implication was that it was supposed to be that these blessings occur while you are on your ships. Although the Piscine companion one can happen at literally any time.
I still want to see what that looks like.
The Piscine companion one can happen at any time. The Peaceful Shores is supposed to be from the shoreline out, although I would say that it could stretch inland as well.
Well, I'm not really concerned about the inland part.
Okay, the point of Peaceful Shores is you're not gonna get stopped by a majority of random encounters along the shoreline if you are traveling. So it'll help your travel pace, and it will help with retaining resources. Like, I'm just to be frank with you, like that is the point of that one. The second one is like to kind of build up your legends as an inspiring leader, and also it statistically will help you in battles. And then Piscine Companion is the more random one that's the most fun of the three options and random, so you get kind of an opportunity there with whatever the fuck happens with that.
If it was just my personal choice, I would totally go for the last one. But because we're talking about fleet here,
you guys are the captains of a crew as well.
Yeah.
All of this is being considered.
I'm gonna say let's go for the second one, because as you gave the best point. It could be they could try to help, but they could be of no help at all type deal.
Yeah.
So and that does sound fun, but we're doing pretty good right now. We've only had on our sea adventures one crewmate die, and
Wow.
I kind of want to stick with
Rest in
this.
peace.
I thought didn't two guys die in the battle with the shrimp balloons?
They weren't on. They weren't our
those were,
crewmates.
those were military.
Those were
Oh.
Sky Knight people.
Did any
got
did
other
any others
people killed.
die during the mini lev attack with the lightning?
That only one. Only
Oh,
that
yeah,
one guy.
That's the only one. Yeah, wow.
The
you
one
guys,
that
you guys have been
Siegfried
doing pretty
robbed
good
after.
with that.
Rest
Wow,
in
look
peace.
at us.
Yeah. So
Your-
I'm gonna say.
can I just say your
heroism.
crew probably has one of the lowest percentile death rates of any ship on these oceans?
Probably.
Because their
Wait, oh,
captains are
like-
willing to jump in front of fire.
Over the course of a week.
And we also have a giant salamander that eats everything.
And we also have a giant salamander. He
I'm
wasn't always
surprised.
giant.
I'm surprised it's not the highest since we have that giant salamander. But
That's
It's
also
because
true,
of
though.
it's
Wait,
because of the good berries.
Literally,
He's tried to eat
that's
so many
it's
people.
the only thing stopping it. And even now, the effects are beginning to not fully come through. Almost as if the magic is fading.
All right, guys, let's
give
go
him
with
all the
2.
good berries, all of them.
Sorry, okay, so. The koi sort of nods its weird fishy head and then continues to swim back around into the urn for a minute, and Icarad puts the lid back on and sort of nods to you all and says, "It sounds like the blessing has been selected. Now, there is, if you all will be dedicating the body of the Old One to the temple, a gold reward as well. It is a large sum for us to give out. As we are also a business, we have the opportunity to provide you with 9,000 gold for the body of this creature. If you wish to keep it for yourselves, we would not give you the gold reward, although and he would nod towards Charmet, as a thanks, we would give 2,000 gold for ridding the waters of a creature that was causing a bit of ruckus in certain times of day. What do you prefer? As I give the party yet another choice.
Jenzu does not look like he wants to accept this. He does not think that taking from religious folk who are using it for the betterment of their people
You
is
kind of
No, they're selling.
Jenzu, you kind of look up towards the temple and you see the giant neon sign of Angulus mechanically moving back.
Shop.
It's a giant Bass Pro Shop. You might not know this, but it's a giant Bass Pro Shop.
I know, but Jenzu's still like,
Jenzu was on the ship during that.
Yeah, he's like,
Jenzu's-
I mean, it's a shop, but like, he's also a paladin. I can't. So he's not gonna say, like, if you guys choose to accept it, he's not gonna like fight you on it or anything, or like say no.
Jenzu
But,
seems apprehensive
personally,
to take the money.
Yes.
The only
but
other
yeah.
option that we personally have is bringing it back to Arcanautus, and I don't want to lug a giant fish corpse across the sea.
It would be
That's
a
not the
bit of a
other one.
trip. It would be possible.
What? No, and nope.
What was that?
Nope.
Not the
That's
only
our
one.
only option.
What was that?
we
Nope.
have.
Siegfried,
not our only
what was
option.
that?
It's not our
What
only
did you say?
option.
So Siegfried,
It's our only option.
as you think this, Siegfried, something comes into your head, and you hear something in your head.
Siegfried, do you not remember last session? He said he was going to eat you in your sleep. I shout towards the docks. Bring the thing on land. Bring it on land. Bring it on land as soon as you can.
As you see
Salamander
the dark
has legs.
shape rising up in the water adjacent to the corpse of the big one, and the crew shouting out and tethering
Huge,
and yanking.
quick.
And Huge rushes to the docks and dives into the water on top of Jormungandr and is wrestling him in the sea while the crew recovers the corpse of the big one. Siegfried, you hear in your mind, is it time? Shall I eat the huge one to gain his power?
Yes. Eat him.
Excellent.
No.
And we roll
I
initiative. Okay.
Anchor rod.
And who are you reeling to shore?
This is
We cut out there. Say it again. As everybody turns.
Oh wait, am I still under the effects of the potion of giant strength?
How long does it last?
Oh, I don't know. I'll look it up.
Also, just to clarify, Jenzu wants to give them the thing. He just doesn't want to accept the money.
Oh yeah,
That's-
no. If we're
that's not
giving it
gonna
to them, we're taking the money.
No, with this
Yeah,
party,
you're
that's not
crazy.
happening.
I'm just saying,
It's
You're
for 1
crazy,
hour.
Cara.
Zen,
vouching for that.
you had an out. You needed an hour to attune to the anchor rod, so the answer would be no. Or to the
Hot
vest of tackling. Yeah.
I'm
You can still do
gonna
One of the others could help.
I'm gonna do it to Jormungandr, specifically around his mouth.
Okay. Go ahead and your quarry, the line lights, and everybody fucking rushes over and starts watching as you cast into the sea towards the docks. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh god, God damn it, Jormungandr. God
As you
damn it,
do this,
Siegfried.
Behind you, Siegfried starts pulling out his sword.
Siegfried, calm your ass. Calm
Icarad
your
gently
gator.
Icarad gently passes the urn over to Charmet, and then whips and grabs the sword off of his side and sort of just gently takes a step forward and observes the situation.
Siegfried looks at him like, you remember what happened last time?
He did get jumped though.
Icarad raises an eyebrow and looks to the rest of the crew and to the crowd around who are watching the events unfold. Your crew members who are, sorry if I may, your crew members who are watching the prisoners just kind of like start having a casual conversation like this is normal. Like they're talking about like how somebody cheated in cards last week or something like that. Like they don't care. They're just like the ones who aren't helping Holland, the big one, are just fucking chilling.
Jenzu looks apologetically at the other paladin, just like,
Jenzu,
sorry.
help me, goddammit.
Yeah.
Alright, Jenzu never helps.
Zen, did you roll?
I rolled it, yeah.
Oh, you did, yes.
I got a 26.
26.
Yes, and then do you have to...
Help? Like you do.
I have to do is
we
to
do
grapple
athletics versus the target's athletics or acrobatics. Okay. What'd you get?
I got an 11.
All right, let's see.
Oh, can I help with that?
Yeah, you can give him advantage. I'll say.
If he's helping him, I'm gonna help Jormungandr.
Roll again.
How are you gonna help Jormungandr?
You have higher strength than me.
How are you gonna
How
help
are you
him?
gonna help Jormungandr?
I'm gonna try to like
Telepathically. You can do it.
I'm gonna try to like smack the
That's
what
slightly
is it called?
better.
I forgot what the
You're
fishing
smacking
rod.
the rod. Okay, so Zen,
gonna
we'll
s-
just take that first roll then, because he imposes disadvantage on you. As Jenzu and Siegfried just fucking are like trying to get the rod both away from you and like helping you at the same
What?
time.
Can I tackle Siegfried?
Yes.
Mama checked in just last night.
Tackle him into the water. Tackle him into the water.
Yeah, I'll
Alright,
do
I
that.
just want to make the
He,
check
like,
for
moves around and tries to,
Jormungandr
like,
before we
guard
continue
you
with
up.
the second round, the last thing here.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
Oh, what's the distance on that?
23.
Okay, so, out of the water flies a, like, 25-foot salamander flopping onto the shoreline. Angry, furious, and immediately glares at Zen. Huge is in the water and begins to, like, swim over to continue to help subdue them.
No, Huge, just bring the fish. Just get the fish
Understood.
away from him. And I'm like, hey, don't glare at me. I feed you.
Alright, roll persuasion.
Wouldn't this be more animal handling?
Oh.
I guess. Go ahead and roll animal handling.
It's not
like you
very
prefer.
smart. I mean, it's... Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Oh. You want to try rolling persuasion?
You go ahead and roll advantage as Charmet runs over and is just like, but don't you remember the good times we had just a couple of minutes ago, like an hour ago? Siegfried, you hear Jormungandr grumble and kind of look around at all the people who are interrupting him, and kind of disgruntledly flop back into the water from the shoreline. Zen, if you allow the anchor rod to unhook.
Yep.
Okay, and he just flops into the water and is just kind of resting at the shoreline. He seems grumpy.
We'll feed you the goblin in a few.
Siegfried, you hear in your head, I grow impatient, and the promise was too great.
Promise? What promise?
Yeah.
Promise of food.
So, with all of that said, did you all make
So
a decision
I
as
Siegfried.
to what to do with the big one?
Well, we obviously can't bring it back to Arcanautus.
It does have a very bony structure and would likely retain its form despite, or a majority of its form, at least the front half of it, despite its flesh perhaps being vulnerable.
So Jenzu is totally fine with giving them big one and then collecting having the others collect the reward, but he personally doesn't want to take part in getting money back for doing what he feels is his job as a protector. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But basically, just like, yeah, don't give him a big share of the money.
Yeah. Of
like,
course.
Whatever.
let's let them to, like,
Understood.
reciprocate, like, awful good, that stuff. But
Gotcha. All right. The big one is hauled into shore.
So I'll help.
As the decision is made, and that.
So, do they only want the meat?
No, they were going to display it in the
in
the hall, and Icarad would even mention, we would of course be creating a plaque as well, emblazoned with your names, and telling a segment of the tale that Charmit has told here, for all future generations to see.
Oh, okay, sure.
They're showing off
Use it
half
as a
of his
marketing
body.
ploy. All right, well,
No, like the. What do you mean?
Say that again.
They're probably
You cut
gonna.
out?
It's probably gonna be like a T-Rex skeleton, that type
That
of
is
thing.
exactly what it is going to be like.
Well, then just give
it's
Jormungandr
this
the
thing.
meat.
No, we've talked about this before. We have to wait until we can rein him in before he becomes even bigger. He threatened to eat you.
It's fine.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Yeah, can we give him
Why does this
Charmander
happen
too?
at the end of every single quest where you guys have to have an intervention for Siegfried?
He has plenty of time to get even bigger. He doesn't have to be right now. We need to get a collar on him. Cool
Can we
stat.
Can we gift? No, I was gonna say, can we gift him to the people? But they wouldn't. They would just keep growing him.
Okay,
They
you're thinking this is a lot more of a non-profit organization than it actually is. Yes, they are paladins. Yes, this is a
Jenzu didn't go
church,
into the shop.
but it's
Jenzu
also
doesn't know.
a store. They're
A
using this
successful
as a.
business.
They're going to use this as a
Massive
prop
display
to-
piece, yes.
Yes, exactly. They're not
Jenzu's-
losing out on this.
Jenzu's expression sours
Also-
immediately.
And Icarad,
Like,
if
oh,
you're
no.
as Icarad sees that, Icarad would kind of shrug over at you and just say, "It's how we do what we do. Everybody worships differently."
Okay, Jenzu kind of nods. Is like, okay, fair, but also, what?
So
he's
do you
just
guys
like-
want the
now
money
he's just confused.
from them, or do you want the money from Saltmire? That's essentially what it is,
Yeah.
and we won't have to lug it.
Whoa.
Jenzu's fine with.
We know the
uh,
Saltmire's got more money
Jenzu-
than these guys.
Yeah,
Jenzu-
but here's another thing though. This might go towards any like blessings from Angelus that from this point forward.
I will say, the blessing has been received. At this point, guys, it's kind of just, do you want to get a little extra money from Saltmire? Like, it won't be a ton extra than that.
All right, we're just gonna do it here. We're just gonna do it here.
no.
But
Jenzu no longer.
you would then be able to display it in your keep.
Oh,
So
Dude,
now
ooh.
that
Oh,
is something
no.
you're
Wait a
not
minute.
considering.
clout. That's even more clout.
So here's the thing.
No,
so
he's obviously the Saltmire's gonna keep it. He kept the other ones we had. Also, we're definitely gonna fight bigger guys than this. Come on now.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
Jenzu's
let's just get the cash from this, and to
You
go
gotta cash out
towards
now.
yeah.
Sounds good.
And also we can, once we wrap up this, we can go figure out where the goblin and the sorcerer dude that tried to annihilate me, keep their stuff, and then we're hitting off even better. I also gathered up those potions that Jenzu left on the ship, by the way. I 100% did that.
Jenzu looks a bit embarrassed. He's like, the potions.
And
yeah.
the skull. Useless.
And the floating skull in the barrel.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna sell it. We're gonna take the 9,000.
Jenzu just kind of goes, yeah, I mean, it's fine. You guys can, we'll turn them in.
Do you guys want me to split up the money now or wait till after session?
Let's wait until after session.
As you guys,
I'll just add it.
You got
to the group
that's
call.
9,000 G.
Yeah.
Jenzu no longer feels bad about getting money.
Big one to the temple to display.
Oh, Mari adds one little side request. Also, may I please keep a few gallons of its blood?
And they will say, "Oh yes, of course. If you have any requests like that, feel free." We are going to essentially be taxidermying it.
Siegfried's gonna ask for the meat.
And they will provide you the meat if you so see fit.
Actually, Jenzu would take the meat as well.
Boys.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so you get.
No lie.
200 pounds of big one meat to distribute as you see fit.
Okay. Are we splitting?
Is there anything else in particular you would want off of it?
Is there anything in its stomach?
Stomach acid.
There's a lot of wood in its stomach. There's a lot of like ship parts. You see a couple of like destroyed, crushed balls of metal that were likely something that it consumed in its beak. It's typical metal, steel, iron.
Weapon pieces.
Weapon pieces. There's a bunch of like harpoons and stuff. Like there's just this thing was running around with a belly full of lead. Like this is, like
Can I do like some sort of check to see if there would be anything that Zen will find worthwhile?
Yeah, of course.
That's part of its corpse.
And as you are going to do this investigation, Zen, you go along the docks. Just go ahead and make a perception check for me, everybody.
Perception check.
That's scary.
Perception.
No one likes perception checks.
I got a 15.
Not enough.
Oh dear.
Not enough. Although you already know.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry. My thing won't load. What?
Mari, not enough.
Your last one, Jenzu.
Jenzu, are you gonna roll enough? Perception?
I don't know. Nothing's loading. I can't.
Okay. Here, I can roll for you if you tell me your modifier.
That's what I'm trying to check. +6. Oh, I thought it was more.
You have a +6?
Roll.
So that is just enough.
Oh my god.
As you guys are going to go investigate the corpse. We'll just say I rolled first, and because it's funnier. Okay, so as Jenzu proceeds, as you all go to attempt to investigate the corpse, Zen is very engaged, and he's like looking at the corpse, and everybody's just kind of looking at it and like excited to see what like they could potentially harvest before it's processed for taxidermy. Jenzu suddenly pipes up and asks where those two guys went that were tied to the dock.
Oh jeez.
Wait, they were supposed to be unconscious.
Yeah, they were tied to a rope tied to one of the posts by the water.
Yeah.
Oh, Jormungandr 8.
Let's go.
And you notice you can't find Jormungandr, and Siegfried, you start to laugh. Just out of, yeah. You don't even think it's your laugh. You think it's the laugh of something else.
God.
The
yeah,
crewmate, that was there as well suddenly turns around when you say that, and it's just like, ah, shit. Well, and he turns back towards the group and just kind of shrugs.
I'm gonna make that that collar even spikier. I'm gonna head to their
So,
ship.
Zen, did you make a investigation check?
No.
No? Okay, go ahead and
roll
roll
that. I got distracted by the BS.
I swear,
No.
I'm gonna kill
Did say he could
head,
eat it.
Siegfried.
I got a 10.
You noticed that its bones regrew a little bit when it, like, was alive. You don't know if the bones do anything special now.
Let's forget it. I don't care.
Okay, cool. So we'll just move on at that point. You go to his ship. The crew kind of, like, would speak up to just, like, we got our wages already, so anything else, pretty much just leave us the food, lodgings, and anything we need to run the ship, and we're good to go, new captain.
Where did they hide their loot?
They never told us.
It doesn't matter what they told you. What do you know?
We know they kept some potions on them for combat purposes. We know.
Okay. All right. Let me.
Might be in the captain's quarters as well.
All right, I'll check that. But other than that, you guys were essentially a part of a pirate crew. Actually, you were on a pirate crew before you even on this crew. Now I know that people.
One of them starts to sweat profusely when you say that. It starts to scratch his neck like, nah, man, I went clean. No more pirating for us.
I know that people in that environment always keep an eye on their captain. Especially when it comes to
the other ones kind of look at the one guy and are just like, kind of like shaking their heads and squinting at him.
Where did they hide their loot?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me with advantage, because you own them.
Whoa.
Not in a literal sense, but in a.
I'm just saying this right now. I'm kind of PO'd. The salamander just ate the last source of information I had for this. So I got the highest. So I got it to 14. Yeah.
I'd say that's enough to get them to give you a little bit more. All right. One of them speaks up. One of the ones who seems to have been with the crew for a little bit longer. Yes, we used to run with you back when he was actually a Razor Claw. We aren't Razor Claws anymore, I will just specify that. And he, like, glances over at the Scratchy Boy again. Yeah, not anymore, no. Yes, we aren't anymore. We moved on from that. Yes, we had our tendencies, and we definitely went along a bit more than we perhaps should have with Hugh's own tendencies, again. But we are men of honor, if anything, and loyalty to the one who is paying us.
Oh, well, he's dead now.
Are you going to be paying us, by the way?
Well, if you're going to stay on that ship and work for me, then yes.
In that case, captain's quarters, underneath the false floorboard under the bed, Hugh keeps a sizable chunk of change. Quartermaster had a magic method of storing his coin. So, you'll basically just get Hugh's half of the haul, essentially. Anything that Quartermaster had on him is gone forever now.
And I head into the ship.
Alright, so you go and you find the loose floorboard. The door is locked, but I assume Siegfried just
I kicked down the door.
You kicked down the door. Siegfried's not even, yeah. Yeah, so you do so. You eventually are able to do so, no problem. You find the loose floorboard, and you find under that floorboard a small chest. Do you pick it up?
Sure.
Cool. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
I'm
It's a
perfectly
mimic.
okay with that. Oh, if it's a mimic, I'm gonna beat its ass. Oops, the first one, so 22.
Yeah, there is a small mouse that leaps out of the darkness amongst the floorboards and attempts to bite your hand, and you just whack it out of the way and pick up the chest and open it up.
No, I grabbed the mouse.
Okay, you grab the
my
mouse.
God.
With a 23, I'll say yes, you're able to grab the mouse. It is going to start trying to nibble at your hand, but
Where's
yeah.
the magic loot, you little bastard?
Go ahead and roll, I
Where
guess.
is it?
Is this animal handling or intimidation?
I said intimidation.
I just want to
Wait,
see
no,
if this is another druid,
Okay.
essentially.
Oh, that's fair.
Actually, I'm just gonna smack it onto the floorboard, and if it
That'd
turns
be
into a person, I'll know.
Or aggressive.
And if it turns into a person, I'll know.
You smack it to the floorboard, and you wait a second, and you wait like 10 seconds, and it begins to dawn on you that was not a druid.
I take the chest and leave.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
It wasn't a. As I walk out, I say it wasn't
one
a
sec. I
druid.
have to make a note that the mouse is dead. This changes everything.
I was gonna say, you just ruined the plot line.
It wasn't a
This
druid.
is supposed to be a major plot point.
Also, why'd you take it off the ship? That's our ship now.
I want to count it. I want to look at it.
Could have did that on the ship.
It's locked.
It's more of a flex to carry it out.
It's locked. Do you guys want to thieves tool it or?
Not right now. I'll do it later.
Cool, you
I'm
do
just
it
gonna
later.
put it in my pack for I'm storing it. Bag of holding type of deal. Blah blah blah.
A dimensional convergence.
And I don't even want to start to think about the magical means the guy used to hide it. So if you guys have any idea for that, you can try. You
Bag
can
of
let me know.
holding.
But
You
I think
killed the
it was
mouse
bag
and
of-
now it's
it could've
interfering
been
with the windows.
It'd been a bag of holding that it, when he died, it just vanished.
I will say
if he had a bag of holding,
exactly.
then it would have been in the bag of holding.
Yeah, he didn't have a bag of holding on him when they
No, but
strip searched him.
If you make, because isn't it the thing, or if for artificers, if they make the bag of holding and they die.
He's not an artificer. He's a
I know.
sorcerer.
Yeah, you got the
There
strong
is
impression he was a
something.
sorcerer.
Okay, never mind. Take it back.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. No bad ideas here, except most of Siegfried's. But
They're only good ideas.
Good for you, maybe.
Yeah, everyone's.
I mean, that's
eaten
true
by a
from a
giant
certain perspective.
salamander.
Everything is true from a certain perspective. Alrighty, my friends. So eventually, the festivities die down. The big one is moved to the actual
bait and tackle shop.
the bait and tackle shop. Excuse me. Oh, would you look at that? Eventually everybody returns to what they were doing. Charmet, will come up to Mari, actually. As everybody's kind of getting ready to either head to their ships to go back to their quarters. Huge goes to tuck Lil Puff into bed. Come with me, little one. You have stayed up much past your bedtime. Okay.
I love it so much.
And Lil Puff and Huge go to bed. Your crew member just kind of hangs out, waiting to see.
You failed your job.
Whatever. He just shrugs. He's just like, could I have stopped it?
You could have told me.
I didn't see it.
You could have been watching.
I was watching the immediate situation. I have no excuse.
You have no excuse.
I have no excuse. I'm sorry.
At least you apologized.
I'll do better.
I'll do better. I will let the next captives get eaten. Don't worry.
Yeah. Trust me. If this situation comes up again, you put me on it, I will not let Jormungandr eat the captives. I'm sorry, not if. When this situation comes up again. All right. Okay, so you guys have your gold. You've done this. Charlotte comes up to Mari. So, this was quite the adventure, my friend, but it seems that this leg of my journey is coming to a bit of an end. I plan on taking a short vacation. Might head off to Sigilgea or one of the other mainlands to sort of test some less volatile waters for a little while. Perhaps just take a quick break, and then I'll be back. Maybe take a year off, something like that. But I'm planning on heading out as soon as my ship is all repaired. What's your plan?
I think that I'm going to stick around with those kind of folks that I
Speak up slightly.
You need to turn up your mic or just speak louder.
You deserve the break.
There.
I'm glad to hear that you're taking it. I think that I'm going to stick around with those folks.
I get
not
the
entirely sure.
Sorry.
I'm not entirely sure on their moral compass.
Huh?
But
Morals, what are those?
But at least for the time being, it looks like it might be beneficial. It's not like I have much to do, really.
I get the impression they'll I get the
Honestly,
weird
kind of
feeling
wish-
they'll lead you to what you're looking for. Or at least set you on the right path. Just watch out for and he kind of motions towards the water where Jormungandr was last seen. Just because, you don't want to... Yeah. It was eyeballing me that whole trip. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
I felt like a chicken nugget.
Mm-hmm.
I am not, I'm good for a little while. I don't want to feel like food for a bit, That's part of it. Seeing that creature and how it looked at me also is part of why I'm, taking a year break. Just because I just don't want to feel that anymore.
I understand that, my friend. In all honesty, if that thing so much as looks at me funny, I'm putting an arrow in between its eyes.
Yes, of course. Just watch out for its master over there as well. Oof.
I can fly, and he's the one who cannot. And he's the one of those two angel folk who cannot fly, luckily enough.
Ah. Well, best of luck to you. Good luck with your
Best
new
of luck
crew,
to
my
you
friend.
too, Charlotte.
All right.
Oh, and by the way, I think that I may have left a flask of blood back on your ship. So
I'll go grab it for you right quick.
Oh, thank you, friend.
And he will.
Oh yeah. By the way, one of
Sorry.
the little side things about her is that she drinks blood.
Oh, that explains a lot.
I thought this was for a spell. Wait, I thought you were a moth, not a mosquito.
Interesting.
There are moths who drink blood.
Oh,
I don't like
Yeah.
that.
As they
I don't
recover
like it.
your flask, they come back and they seem a little bit perturbed. As they said, "Now I'm not gonna lie, I took a whiff just out of curiosity. Is this blood?"
Yes, it is. I literally told you it was blood when I asked you to go get the flask.
Oh yes, that's right. Okay, sorry. Just I thought you were joking, but I didn't realize. I mean, I'm not one to. I guess. All right.
No, it's okay if you judge.
To each their.
It's
blood,
alright if
though?
you judge.
Is it people blood from people?
No, it's fish blood.
All right, cool. In that case, we're all good.
Why do you think I asked for the blood of that thing?
You probably don't want that blood, by the way. That's probably not good for you.
So Mari, you are given essentially 2 gallons of big one blood. As it is harvested in the taxidermy process as they are removing the liquids from it. The substance is a mixture of blood and faint swirls of an obsidian black liquid. That mostly sinks to the bottom of the jugs.
Just filter it out. It'll be fine.
It won't.
She's gonna reach elbow deep into that jug and like take a closer look at that film.
Oh.
You're sticking your arm in the jug.
Yes.
Okay, as your fingers touch the blackish substance near the bottom, I guess go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh no.
It's the DC is lower because it's like not active, but like you still got to make it.
Jeez.
As you're doing this, as you're returning to the ship.
I was really hoping that mouse was gonna be a druid. It's really disappointing.
I mean,
19.
Just beat the mouse.
how do you think Zen felt in that moment? In like the 10 seconds after he threw it to the ground, how do you think he felt?
Damn it!
Yeah. So
I think
Mari,
it was like,
with
I
that,
was
you feel your
and then-
fingers start. Mari, you feel your fingers start to tingle as you remove your hand, and you like sniff the substance, and you like have to blink your eyes, and you yawn and stretch a little
blink.
bit. You use some of your fuzzy pseudo limbs near your eyes to kind of wipe your eyes a little bit. And you sort of like yawn and just yeah, that this might be a good before bed drink, but otherwise probably not super good to be drinking this during the day.
Or ever.
Battle.
Oh, this will help with my insomnia.
Explicitly, yes. So yeah, please do make a note of that, of the quantity of Big One blood that you have, because it could be relevant.
Oh.
That might actually be really, really useful as poison. Like for my arrows.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll write the actual statistics for it a little later, because this is a lesser variant, a like severely diluted variant of the Deep One's oil. By the way, guys, hey, I finally named the substance.
What is Deep One's oil? I don't recall the.
You wouldn't know. But
it's
as the crew
roofy.
reconvenes,
It puts you to sleep.
Yes, as the crew reconvenes, they will tell you tales as we all collect ourselves.
Wonderful.
And begin our trip back towards Arcanautus.
Alright, I'm gonna say that I have about 3 ounces of that stuff.
Sorry?
It makes sense for it to be about 3 ounces.
It was 2 gallons.
I know, 2 gallons
black
of
stuff.
the blood, but the black stuff itself, like 3 ounces of that.
Are you going to separate it?
Yeah.
Okay, that takes a while, but you're able to do it.
Cute.
It'll...
How much would the black stuff be?
Just-
Would it be 3 ounces or more?
It would be about like an eighth. I'm not going to do the math on that. Just a
an
heads
eighth
up.
An eighth of a gallon?
So it's 1/4 of a gallon.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whatever that
quart.
is.
Be a quart.
So it's a quart, yes.
Or actually, it's 2 quarts because that's 1 per gallon, so it's 2 quarts of black stuff.
No, it wasn't 1/4 per
you're right,
bottle, it was
sorry.
1/8.
It's 1/8 for all of it.
Yeah.
So.
That should be useful for quite a few doses of that stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alright, we're heading back to... You can get rid of the big one off the...
Yes, he is not there anymore. Let me... Where is he? There he is. Okay.
Alright.
This is now Zalphos again, who comes out from below deck,
I'll be back. I'm gonna go get a drink of water.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Zalphos, you sumbitch.
What'd I do?
Nothing. It's the problem.
I was hanging out with the Velociraptor. You know, it seems sad.
That's fine. We're okay with this.
It seems like
It needs a collar
lonely.
too. Oh, that's fine. It'll have plenty of friends in hell.
All right.
Wait, we still haven't killed that thing. I forgot.
Nope.
I mean, not that I want to kill it,
You
but
see,
like
my profile pic is still a bunch of bees on Discord. It's that until the Velociraptor is dead.
Or maybe we can put him in a zoo somewhere.
It belongs in a museum. Sorry.
Siegfried's gonna keep it in the keep.
Oh, of course he is.
But we need to put up some defenses first and give it its collar.
You guys are gonna have to legit like make a fucking a whole goddamn like section of your keep specifically dedicated to containing this entity.
It's gonna have a flame wall, a perpetual flame wall.
Nice.
Oh, so we can just shoot bees, and then the bees will die if there's too many.
No, the bees will be on fire as they are launched at like 30 miles per hour out of its mouth.
That's fine.
But wouldn't they die?
Fine. They'll die.
Yeah, they'll die, but they'll still be hitting you at 20 miles per hour. A bunch of fucking bees.
Why would you be on the other side of the flame wall?
Between that, they'd be flame walls and then a wall, and then they'd be just bees would just any access.
Well, what's the point of a flame wall if there's just a wall on one side of it? Then you just have a wall.
Yeah, but this way if the bees start populating, the only place they can go is fire.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so
I've had nightmares about this. I've been thinking about it.
Yeah. Do with infinite bees.
So we'll say over the course of the next day, everybody dedicates their time to fixing up your ships specifically because they all respect you greatly from your adventures with the big one. Siegfried, you take to your what's his name now? Little Pot?
That is Lil Pot.
Yeah,
so Lil Pot actually knows how to, man the ship.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he knows how to drive the ship, so he will drive this ship as needed. Your crews are starting to get a little
I was gonna try to recruit.
Oh, that's a very, very good point. I'll say that you guys are able to get a full crew for each of your vessels.
Okay.
Somebody just subtract 30 gold for me, just for pay between everybody and for negotiations and what have you.
Yep, I got it. I'm handling the group funds.
All right, cool. Very, very cool. All right, so that's all set.
Does Little Puff have his own ship?
Oh, does he? Oh no! Oh no! Little Puff, no!
He's the captain.
I'm the captain. Who is that icon? Oh, that was gonna be Zolfos, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So then the other one was Charmit. Let me get rid. Okay, I'll keep the blue as Zolfos, and then that was Charmit. We can get rid of him. And then I'll just say you guys populate with a couple more crew members.
Would Puff be on the boat with Huge?
Yeah, he would be on the boat with Huge. They're best buds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys get your crews all settled. Oh wait. No, it's fine. Little Puff. Yeah, no, we're good.
Oh no.
You're good.
Oh no.
All right, everybody.
Okay.
Are we heading back to Arcanautus?
I see no reason why not to.
All right.
Oh wait, can I try something really quick?
Sure.
Siegfried, can I borrow that hat for like an hour? I
He said no.
I just wanna see what happens when I wear all three.
Check his head no.
I'll let you borrow something that's mine.
It's my drip.
I just want to see what happens when someone wears all three. I'll give it right back.
Siegfried, will you relent?
He wants to borrow Numa.
He wants to borrow
geez.
Numa.
Numa's like living creature.
So for the hour so while I'm borrowing the hat, you'll borrow Numa. Is that what you're saying?
Numa,
Fine.
do you consent?
Numa, play good. You can listen to what Siegfried says, but only if it doesn't endanger the lives of the crews.
Understood.
And,
And she flies over. As a reminder, we looked this up last session, and I didn't realize flying swords have an intelligence of 2, so keep that in mind going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I've just been giving them orders.
Yeah,
So
exactly, and they've been following.
if he gives simple orders, then it should be
exactly.
fine.
All right, Siegfried, you are now in control of Numa, and Zen, you're kind of settling down off the edge of the ship with this hat. You get the feeling that you may want to cast. You kind of pull up a stool or a barrel, and you just kind of cast off the side of the ship as you guys are sailing along towards Arcanautus on your return trip. It's a bit of a trip. It's not an insanely long trip compared to your, cross island adventure that you just went on. But, it's a bit of it's like a day and a half. I think. I'm not looking at the main map. We'll all go together. But right now, Zen, as you have your line cast in the sea, you are looking out at the waves, keeping an eye on your bobber, kind of reeling back in and recasting when you travel too far from the point you were originally casting at. And a sort of kind of distinctive breeze passes over the sea. If this were not a magical hat, it would have likely been knocked off by the strength of the gust, but, it sticks to your head. It's a magic hat. And at the end of the hour, you suddenly feel more aware of all of the sea creatures around you. You can feel in the sea below you a marlin swimming along keeping pace with the ships and then breaking off to go hunt a school of minnows that you feel enter within what you determine is a 1,000-foot bubble around you, as you sense the sea life, the creatures that swim in the ocean. You sense further below a shark hunts in the depths. You feel you pass by a sea turtle, a pair traveling together for one reason or another along a ocean current. You feel the school of minnows, slightly reduced by an encounter with a marlin earlier, swim alongside. Yeah. This is your benefit.
Wow.
One attuned to all of the vestiges of Angulus is aware of the location and type of all creatures with a swim speed within 1,000 feet.
Neat.
You feel Jormungandr's dark presence following alongside one of the ships, and any sea creatures that draw close immediately turning away, as well as a side note. You sense all of yourselves as well, although only the ones who were with you on the journey and with sort of your... Actually, I'm sorry. You chose the crew, the alignment of crew's courage. Or attunement of crew's courage. So all of your crew members, you feel... no, they don't have a swim speed, sorry. So you feel anybody who's wearing those rings, although it is much more difficult to feel them as they are out of the ocean. Yeah. You get the feeling this ability will not work, if you are not near a body of water.
I mean, makes sense. All right. So I guess I promised I'd only have it hold on to it for an hour. So after I finish experimenting with it, before I hand it off to Sig, though, I am gonna as I cast off one last time, before I after a moment reel it back in. I think, I wonder if this is the sight that the old man saw, and now I'm wondering what sight it was that caused him to let it all go. Well,
You get as you think this, or I'll let you finish. Sorry.
well, I don't know how much of a man of the sea I am. I feel like I'm more of a man versus the sea. But this was a, as I said when we got back to Angelus Island, this was a worthwhile stop. And I am going to give the hat back to Sig, but I will hold on to these.
You feel an immense form snap up the shark and descend back below the depths. About 1,000 feet down. And then it goes away, because it's outside of 1,000 feet.
I blink really fast. I look towards the ocean and say, "You son of a bitch! I was having a moment."
This is fucking Arcanautus, dude.
Wait, can Jenzu hear that? You're over here.
He would have said that out loud, I think, right?
What, the son of a bitch? I'm having a moment. Yes, that he shouted that. I look. I go to the end of
you now realize that definitely sea monsters definitely have a swim speed and definitely ping, and you get the feeling that was some kind of minor sea serpent. Nothing too insane,
nothing big.
less threatening than the hunter serpent you feel in your heart.
Oh God, that's not even a measure. That thing's crazy dangerous.
Insanely dangerous.
I go up to the back of the ship.
But hey, it doesn't seem to be approaching at all. It's gone.
True, but it could just be outside of range. So I'm going to shout out and essentially have them relay it to the other ships. Seems to be a sea monster.
Everybody
not too
immediately
far
kicks
under.
into top gear.
Jenzu pulls out rapier and javelin, just where?
Question: is when did you guys head out for for your return trip, in the morning or at night?
Morning.
Okay, yeah.
I would just say everyone stay sharp.
The crew on your ship, Captain Dawnstar looks to you and says, "How could you tell?"
And I just motion towards hat, vest, and fishing rod.
And he nods and says, "It looks good."
That was besides the point.
Love
but
it.
yeah, just everyone stay sharp. We look fine for now, but this is Arcanautus. Siegfried, you want your hat back?
Yeah. Siegfried, it's been a little while. As he's been, it's been an hour. What have you done with Numa during that hour?
I was just making her spin.
Okay, this is one of their favorite things to do. Numa does it. You begin to hear a high-pitched whine in the air as Numa continues to spin faster and faster and faster as Siegfried keeps saying spin, spin, spin. And
he doesn't say it. He just
He
doesn't say. He just does a finger motion.
Yep, and they follow your finger motion. Zen, as you go to look over to go hand the hat back, you can look and you see this is Heartpiercer, correct?
Yeah.
You just see the blade spinning in a disc of blurred color as it is just a buzzsaw of doom overflowing.
Oh, the force blades are in that too.
Oh, so you see a secondary effect emanating from around it. It is truly a glorious sight that fills you with a bit of joy and pride.
Damn, why didn't I ever think of that? That looks amazing. I give Siegfried a thumbs up. You want your hat back?
Oh, cool.
Not his head, yes.
All right, we transfer. However, yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, you're good.
Die.
All right, I'm gonna unattuned to the unattuned to the vest, and as we head back, reattuned to the amulet I was wearing before.
Okay.
And
you feel your
once we get back,
constitution return to you.
yeah, and once we get back to land, I'll unattune to the anchor rod for a bit, reattune to the star piercer, and going about land work for a while.
Yeah. As you think of land work, a bit of a melancholy sort of sits over you for just a moment. A bit of a twang in your heart, but you know for a fact that you still have life on the terrestrial side of things that still needs to happen.
I'd go crazy if I stayed on these seas always.
Yeah. Zen, go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Oh.
Oh gosh. That can't be good. Well, what are my rolls today? 11.
Ooh.
Yeah, nah. You're just fixated on that sea creature that you felt for a second and then disappeared. For like 30 minutes.
I mean, he would.
Yeah.
He would.
Oh yeah, no,
so
actually, would he be able to relax? Actually, come to think about it,
he would definitely be sitting there like ready, just
you knew
if I see even a single fucking ripple.
You knew exactly what type of sea serpent it was, but you're not familiar with it. You just know that it has razor sharp teeth and it usually preys upon sharks and other similarly sized creatures. That's the gist of what you know with the magic of the vest or of the set.
God. Well, at least it's not as big as the big one. So
no, not. It was a little bit longer than the big one, but not as heavy.
Well, now it's gonna be an hour. Well, as I'm unattuning and attuning to things, I'm just like, where is it?
Staring over the side of the boat.
So everybody who looks at Mari, go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
Okay. Oh shit. I gotta check. That is for me. Alright.
13. You look over at Zen, and he seems extremely anxious, and just tapping his foot and like looking out at the ocean and looking down into the ocean and just like super anxious.
I hate this world. It's just big fish trying to kill me, and then fish-shaped people trying to kill me. Get me back to land. Because the seas are unforgiving.
Zen, if I may give a recommendation, yeah, the inside of a mast is a wonderful place to sleep. I recommend that you get some.
Oh, don't worry, I'll sleep plenty on land.
You do still have a day of travel. Zen, are you expressing to me that you are not sleeping during that time period?
Okay, so I didn't realize
I will say, it would only be 1 point of exhaustion.
I will sleep.
Okay, cool.
In the crow's nest.
In the crow's nest, got it. Alright, this is...
Sorry? Oh, and Mari says another thing. If you have any trouble getting to sleep, I have something that's helpful.
Nope. Nope. That's serpent god juice. I don't want it.
Yeah, Zen, you don't know what would happen to you, but your mind immediately goes back to that one nightmare you had of the abyss.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about the nightmare. Oh, keep that shit away from me.
As you see the liquid, you are immediately drawn to the image of those teeth encircling as the creature bolts towards you. Its glowing skeleton visible.
God.
Oh.
You should stay off that shit. It'll fuck you up. And not in any fun way. Only in the shaking in your sleep kind of way.
Zen is PTSD.
Yes, this world has given him severe PTSD.
Zen, are you okay?
He is traumatized.
Zen, with that, I'm just gonna give it to you without the insight check from earlier. You know exactly why that old man retired to a fucking koi pond.
You're right. I was just shying away from the truth right in front of my eyes. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to.
As soon as you remember the horrifying nightmare, you're just like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, no.
Zen,
Even an
Zen,
avatar of a fishing god.
Of the few things that I've learned about you, your ichthyophobia and yet your intention to stay on the water confuses me greatly.
I don't fear the sea.
Yes,
I don't.
you
It's
do.
just water. It's just water. No. What I fear is the giant fucking sea beast shit in that trench. That's a fear. I don't fear fish people. I can kill them very easily. I don't like them because they keep trying to kill me.
Mari, make a history check for me.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Now, to be aware,
this is for
fish
local
people
history.
are people. Wait.
There are more people than fish.
Mari, was
No.
that a 13
There are more
from this, or
fish
was that
than
from the
people.
insight earlier?
Yeah.
Was
If there are
that
more
that
fish
13
than
from now, or
people?
oh, never mind.
That's a 12.
A 12 for the history. He's talking about He's talking about the trench, and you are vaguely aware that there is a landmark to the southeast, by where you think the Subsea Kingdom is, that apparently is called the Slumbering One's Trench. He might be talking about that.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the sea. The sea's fucking easy. It's whatever. It's just of,
Sea creatures, though?
No, not even sea creatures. Like, I wasn't afraid of the big one. It's just just the guardian of the trench, as well as the sleeping serpent. Those
that's
things.
fair.
Zen,
That's not Chris.
Zen, I'm telling you, you just had a borderline anxiety attack over a minor sea serpent that
Okay,
off
all right.
of
First things first. You don't even know. You don't even know. You didn't see it. You didn't sense it. You don't have this magic god fishing pole.
Big razor
I said
sharp
there was a
teeth,
serpent.
about 2.5 feet long each tooth.
No.
Shaped a little
I
bit
had
like
a panic
long
attack
swords.
because you reminded me of the nightmare that the fucking sea serpent god bastard and his juice gave me.
The shark blip didn't go away quickly enough.
All right.
And the reason why I was cautious and warned everyone about it is because one, I don't know how intelligent that serpent could have been. There could have been more. There could still be more. There could be a bigger one. That could be like, it could be a situation where that's a male and the females are huge, or something along those lines.
You hear
and
what from across one of the other ships?
This.
I have huge hearing. Well, I heard my name.
This moth is being a huge pest.
I liked that joke. Ha!
Zen, I'm just saying, if you need to take
I have a magic sword that kills people on the regular. Let it go.
Are you threatening Mari?
Let it go.
I'm just gonna fight
Mari, you see this look in Zen's eye and a slight green spark as they say this, and you get the feeling you might not be able to get through to them at this point. You don't know them quite well enough to get through this thing that they've got going on.
You don't know what I've seen. You can't imagine the immensity of that beast. Everything else is just a guppy.
Zen, I have been to outer space. You don't
give a shit.
Okay,
don't give a shit.
Mari, roll history check with advantage.
Are there fucking gigantic fish monsters in the space? Don't give a shit.
Mari, roll fucking with advantage a history check, please.
Okay.
I'll take that 22. So when you were in space, you were not fully formed yet, right? Remind me what the space deal is for your race again?
My patron is... Huh?
Oh, it's for your patron?
Yeah, my
Sorry, I lost track.
My patron is a moon angel.
Yes, and you've been in space.
And
Sorry,
I
I
have
might not.
accompanied them. And
Okay, so have you actually
You've
been to
accompanied
space,
them.
or are you just
Yes,
saying
she
this?
has. Well,
Okay,
she has
you've
actually
seen
been to outer
you would have
space.
seen visions of space and of the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Dreams
Yeah,
of
there's
the
a big
abyss of
difference between
space.
seeing it in your
Yeah,
head and seeing with your
you have
fucking eyes.
Oh, it
you-
says you who has dreams about sea monsters.
you know
and
of creatures
Yo,
from your
half
from, with
orc,
a
you want this
22.
too?
You know of
You want this
creatures
work?
from your patron that exist with amongst the stars that rival a scale of the creature that you think that Zen is speaking of, but they are meant to be there. They are a natural fixture. Your patron admits that everything has its place in the skies, and one could project perhaps the skies are merely a reflection of the sea. What that means, you don't know. You can interpret as you wish, but that is the impression you get from what your patron has told you in the past.
I saw the second biggest thing in the sea, and it spat blobs of that gunk.
Oh, it didn't spit.
At
They
me.
just happen around it.
And at that moment, Siegfried's gonna rage and say, "Yeah, and I thought it."
Yeah, he
Siegfried
screamed at
shouts
it for a
across
while.
from one of the other ships.
Yep. Oh, I thought it. It was you.
The twig blight pulls the ship closer so Siegfried doesn't have to yell as much or can yell more directly.
Yeah, he
Good.
screamed at it, and he almost got us all killed. By once again, I repeat, the second largest thing in the ocean.
It saw me as a threat. You all hear that? Remember these words.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what it was.
Spitting those or shooting those black things at us.
It was. He was definitely the reason why it noticed us and tried to kill us. That is 100% all on him. As you guys have guessed, he brings nothing but chaos to my life.
I've been here the longest. Remember this.
It's been fun. It's fun at times. At other times, it's tiresome. But he's reliable, usually.
Then I turn back to my original point. Have you considered taking a break?
Do you think I want to be on the sea? This is your first misconception. I didn't want to go on this trip.
Except for the week.
Except what's for the week?
Breaks.
Oh, breaks are for the week.
You must kill non-stop. Not stop killing.
But yeah, this was a job. And then I turned it into a mini vacation to beat up some pirates, and then we found a treasure map, and then we were like, oh, treasure, and then we got pulled into this whole Trials of Angulus apparently, which was fun and a good time and everything like that. But when it all comes to it,
those were gross.
What was that?
Except the maggots, those were gross.
Oh well, I didn't deal with that. I was a ghost at the time.
You had to slice and dice a few off the corpse.
Oh, that is true. They were less gross to me and more annoying because they had killed the old man's fish. So I was just
funny. They all popped.
That is true.
Siegfried probably found that situation rather humorous, didn't he?
It was like popcorn.
I'm assuming. Oh, good.
You know,
gosh,
can I just interject here as the dungeon master and say I almost regret some of the things I've put into this world, or at least the quantity of like cool and like cute and like awesome versus like horrifying, awful, disgusting, and scary. Like I feel like the proportions are off slightly.
Yeah.
Every DM
when did we see something cute?
Speaking of which,
when did something cute show up?
The 3 on the D6 for the day of travel. The 3 on the D6 for the day of travel. As you all are traveling along, everybody go ahead and make a perception check for me. I just want to see who spots it first.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
The other thing, Mari is like half asleep the entire time, so she should probably roll at disadvantage.
Has Mari been sipping the deep one oil?
No, as in she literally just goes into a half asleep
Oh,
state
because it's the
during
daytime?
daytime.
Oh, that's
because
funny.
it's
Yeah,
the
yeah, they
daytime.
would roll
Oh.
with disadvantage then, we'll say.
Okay.
Hey Siegfried, do you ever come to
Conversely-
think that moth person is like
Well, it's a
Sylvie?
21
Well, holy
anyway.
shit.
Whoa.
In your kind of loopy state,
Yes.
as you're kind of dozing in the crow's nest, unless Zen is up there. Is Zen, did you stay in the crow's nest or no? Have you
If
claimed
I'm
it?
sleeping, I'm in there. If I'm not, I'm on deck.
No, this is the next morning as you're in like the final stretch towards Arcanautus.
I guess I'd be trying to at this time. I'd be trying to open that chest I got.
Yeah, I'll say just make one I guess sleight of hand check. Meanwhile, Mari, you're out and about on the deck kind of dozing a little bit in the midday sun, and you see
Nah, she's hanging upside down, stuck to the inside of the mast. That's what she does.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a bat now.
No, they can just
Moth.
do that. They're a moth.
Moths can
Love it.
stick to walls.
Yeah.
She is a moth person.
Again,
Yeah.
mechanically speaking, this is just for while you're at rest. You don't have a climb speed, right?
No.
So
although I
mechanically,
should-
it's just while you're at rest. You kind of are able to take some time and to fix yourself.
Yep.
Anywho, you see a big spout of water from off to the western side of the ships.
Whale.
Hmm.
Is it the turtle again?
No. It seems to just be a big spray of water.
Is it whale-sized water or?
It
bigger?
appears, possibly, as Mari observes. Yes, a whale appears to be breaching. At the moment that they are observing. And everybody else happens to kind of glance over and observe this as well. Let me just add it in here real quick.
It's just bigger than the ship.
But yeah.
Mari calls down to Zen and says, "Hey, so there's a whale out there. Would you like me to go figure out the species to see if it's worth actually catching?"
No, we don't. We're sea monster catchers. We leave the normal fish to the normal fishermen. Actually, that's not even a fish. It's technically a mammal. But if they're not causing any harm, just let them be.
As you see a small
Siegfried's gonna go over to-
family of
Siegfried's gonna
whales.
go over to Jormungandr and like point his head towards the whales.
Siegfried,
No,
the
no.
ecosystem.
They seem to be just traveling alongside the ships.
Don't-
Jormungandr nods and disappears below the waves.
Oh, don't send that monstrosity after the whales.
You guys see the one of them helps the baby come up to breach as well as it is
There's a
pulls
baby.
alongside.
God.
That's his
yes.
favorite thing to eat.
No.
Children.
I
forgot. Your reaction. Oh Jesus Christ. Anyways. So it's absolutely lovely. You guys kind of get to observe for like 5 minutes just these kind of whales
Before the carnage starts.
coming alongside.
Defend.
Siegfried, you hear in your head the Jaws theme starts playing.
Oh my God. No.
This salamander's starting to overstay his welcome. I'm just gonna
Alright.
be honest with you guys.
As you all are
If
observing.
anyone would look at Siegfried right now, he
Yeah.
has the biggest smile.
The
Oh,
ship
no.
with Lil Puff sort of swapped with the one with the bloodstain permanently affixed to it, so Lil Puff could get a closer look at the cool
No.
whales coming through.
Oh no,
Did Jenzu hear what Siegfried just said?
Huh?
he doesn't speak.
He doesn't speak.
He said it in his. Oh no.
He only speaks when he's
Can I see
raging.
if I noticed?
Yeah, go
Him
ahead, roll perception
smiling?
check for me.
Oh jeez.
As you're observing this beautiful thing, you think, what's Siegfried thinking right now? And you glance over. 21, you see a fucking huge smile on that doofus's face.
Jenzu's like, what'd you do?
You shout over to him because he's on another ship.
Oh,
No,
Siegfried's
he's
right
not. They're on the same ship.
Oh, wait. Oh, Jenzu
Right
is
here.
on the same ship. Yeah, Jenzu, you would ask Siegfried what the deal is.
Jenzu, yeah. Siegfried?
Siegfried, do you respond?
What are you smiling about? That's not a happy smile. That's a
He just stares.
crazy smile.
Does he stare at Jenzu or does he stare at the whales?
Whales.
Okay.
Siegfried, what did you guys? Siegfried did something. I don't know what he did, but he's smiling, and it's really freaking creepy.
Okay, everyone, speed up. Everyone speed up.
The sails are pulled into full form. Huge hears you shout this and immediately grabs the little puff and is just like, "Oh, I think I have a puzzle below deck for us to us complete."
We don't want to see
watching
this.
the whales.
That's huge.
It's either gonna be.
It's not.
It's either
and I'm
gonna be
go
a
ahead and-
massacre or it's gonna get its ass beat.
I'll just
One
roll.
of the two.
I'm gonna roll 3 dice.
No.
Let's see if Jormungandr can
3.
fight
Oh, that's a
2
fucking shame.
adult whales.
Oh no.
And then,
Oh no, the baby.
and then 1 for Jormungandr. So anybody who got below Jormungandr's number, so you guys hear loud, high-pitched shouts, and Jormungandr. I guess let's just go ahead and roll 3 dice here real quick. Jormungandr's AC is, I believe, 15, correct? It is 14.
I think it's 6. He's
so,
wearing armor.
You see,
God.
yeah, that's right.
He's
One
wearing
of the
half plate.
one of the whales slaps its tail down. You see as Jormungandr attempts to leap out of the water for a moment. It slaps Jormungandr back down into the sea. But they kind of disappear off into the distance as the ships are speeding ahead. And
Thank God.
yeah, the ships are speeding ahead. Eventually Jormungandr it takes like an hour for Jormungandr to show back up again. And Siegfried, as Jormungandr comes back up to the side of the ship, you see 2 horns sort of protruding from the back of this creature's head. You see the salamander's teeth seem to have moved, like its gums have moved towards the front of its mouth to the point where its teeth stick out slightly, and the teeth have also grown so that they are now essentially on the outside of its mouth. It has an under and an overbite. And you see its limbs have extended ever so slightly, ending in these sort of webbed claws and stuff. Its thick, rubbery skin, much scalier than it once was.
Whale.
And you hear in your head, I think it's time. Siegfried, you need to make a control check for Jormungandr.
Oh, jeez.
God fucking damn it. This is why I said to wait.
Jenzu moves as far away.
Well, actually, no. That's a save that Jormungandr has to make. That's a wisdom save.
Okay, so, well, here's the thing. It's to act against Siegfried's orders, correct?
If it does something that Siegfried doesn't want it to do.
Okay, Siegfried, you see this, you see one of the claws grab onto the edge of the ship, and the head, which is now on a slightly more extended neck than it was before, still heavy with this thick folds of flesh typical to the salamander, but now the flesh that hangs over clearly scaled with slightly thicker scales. Jormungandr is attempting to grapple Siegfried in its mouth. Siegfried, how do you respond?
Gonna yell
The
no.
Okay, it has to make the check. Give me just a moment.
The day has come.
Oh god.
Men, it's time to fight our greatest enemy ever. We all knew this day would come.
Jenzu has his weapon drawn and is like at the edge of the boat, waiting to jump to your boat. Zen and Mari,
You might as well
like,
just use the.
leap.
Oh, that boat doesn't have any weapons on it. Hot hands.
Nope.
One
You don't.
sec.
Yeah.
Got the plant weapons.
I'm
little
also
plant.
holding one of the
Ah.
bombs I got, the waterproof bombs.
Oh, there you go.
Get
Yeah,
some
that's probably your
statistics
better
together.
Yep. Shove it down the throat. Just get it in there.
Excuse me.
Actually, I can stand over there by Siegfried, and if Siegfried gets eaten, I can send the bomb in with him.
bet. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Jenzu's ready.
Give me 1 sec.
We can't even call this a hidden boss because it was in our face the whole time.
I know.
That's what's so hidden about it. The best place to hide things is in plain sight.
No, but we knew it was coming, so it's not hidden at all.
All right.
We just had
growing
spoilers.
it.
Let me get the
Since
let me get the stat block together for this because I actually have to construct it as opposed to using an existing one because it is no longer a creature that is in the Dungeon Master's Guide or in the Monster Manual. Give me a sec.
Since the moment it tried to eat your toe, I knew this was going to happen.
Why didn't we kill it?
Because Siegfried, what do you mean? Why didn't we kill it?
It's gonna make he's
Yeah,
doing him a favor.
He knew this.
Why do we let him make the bad decision if it's gonna eat all of us?
Cause he's gonna be a bitch, and if we don't,
We'll
he's
get him
gonna
a
do everything in
bunny.
his power to
We'll
make
get him
life
a pet
suck.
dog or a parrot.
He doesn't want those. He wants creepy or strong things.
Get him a strong thing that actually wants to not eat people.
That there's not much of that here.
How do you know? You've never looked for one.
Yeah.
I was with
Yeah.
him when he was. They all want to everything in this world.
Yeah, it'd be better if you tamed a brown bear, honestly. That's a brown bear. Like,
Sorry, I'm just trying to find an appropriate
If we also paid 1,000 gold.
what
for
am
this
I
element.
doing? I'm insane.
Why don't you just boost up what the already stats it had?
Oh no,
Why don't you just-
I've decided what I'm doing with the stats. I just needed a new icon for him because that's not what he looks like anymore.
Oh,
Gotcha.
he'll
Oh,
always
no.
be that derpy looking fuck in our hearts while I cut his head off.
So this
Siegfried, I told you that when this happened, I'm going to handle Jormungandr. We agreed on this before.
All right.
Are you shouting
I have
this to
saved the
Siegfried?
image. I am now putting the image.
As I see him being swallowed. You were warned of this.
And Siegfried dies happy. Everybody roll initiative while I get my shit together. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Does he not?
Oh my
do we not?
god.
Is there no checks anymore? Or
What do you? Oh, I apologize. Yes, he still does have to make the check. Sorry.
He didn't fail the check yet. I mean, succeed the
Yeah.
check.
What was the DC?
He definitely his Siegfried's like intimidation, his charisma.
it was my intimidation
Uh,
specifically, and that's at
so-
a 8 right now.
10 plus your intimidation, so it's what, 18?
18. Yep.
Yeah, so it is unable to succeed the save as it closes its mouth, looks out over the group, and words echo out of its throat
He could talk
as
now?
it
He can talk
speaks.
now.
Everybody
More than me.
hears the words in broken common, as if the creature is speaking for the first time and not yet used to the noises it is making. Hungry.
Well,
As it
well,
goes
Siegfried,
ahead and lowers back into the sea.
Wait, Jormungandr, listen to me.
It pokes its head back up out of the sea.
All this time, I fed you. This is how you treat me? You're ungrateful and useless. I took you in from that little fish tank you were in at that pet store, so you can grow. And this is how you thank me?
Y-
Wow.
Jormungandr, roll a
Jormungandr,
roll
roll for
persuasion
Jormungandr.
with advantage.
does Jormungandr have a conscience now?
Hasn't before.
We're rolling to decide whether it does or not.
Okay. Oh, with advantage. Good. So that's still a
21.
21.
The
Okay.
21.
Jormungandr shakes its head, like it shakes its head and shivers down its whole form and kind of whips its tail around, the tail a little bit longer than you remember it being, but still just as thick as it was before. As it sort of swims along the side. And it grumbles out a word in common that you're able to hear. It grumbles out, thank. But Siegfried, you hear in your head, I appreciate the opportunities, but I'm hungry still.
We are in the middle of the ocean, Jormungandr.
I throw 3 good berries.
It snaps them up and is like, delicious, it says out loud in common.
Jormungandr, I have not stopped you from hunting in this giant ocean, Jormungandr.
It nods, and now that it kind of just consumes the good berries and licks its teeth. That you can see all the teeth, so it just licks them with its tongue, which is much longer than it was before.
The only thing I ask you to do is not eat our comrades.
And it nods.
Only the ones I consider comrades.
It nods and it thinks in your head, but really?
You could eat the rest.
Yeah, and he nods and he nods.
Yeah.
I go off to the top of the ship again. Everyone, Gunner is a problem. So everyone
everybody
stay
is
as
just
far
looking
away as possible.
Yeah, everybody is just looking. You notice that as this interaction was happening, all of the ships backed the fuck away.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, these aren't here anymore. Sorry.
They were
yeah, all the other ships just fucking pulled away, just giving it some room. Yeah.
Is he still holding the grenade? Just like
Siegfried, rein him in.
You notice the armor.
Broke.
The enchantment is to increase in size as he grows, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You see
if it's
that
grown too much, I
its
can
armor,
understand.
its armor, that it has, it kind of shifts and it speaks up to Siegfried. This shape's wrong. Can I get rid of it?
Yes.
As it whips its neck around and starts thrashing and tearing off the armor from its form. You see the thick black scales shine moist with a sort of mucousy material that has always covered Jormungandr. Yeah.
Siegfried's gonna yell over to Zen. That's the problem. We've been trying to control him too much this whole time.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You should have just gave him the fish, the big fish.
He got the fucking big fish.
Oh, he only got the tail.
He got the meat. He got all the fucking meat.
I didn't give him the meat.
Yes,
actually,
yes, you did.
I still have the meat.
Oh, did you not?
Then that's not my fault.
Wait,
that's
did
on
you not give him the meat?
Yeah, no.
Well, we did a whole thing about it already, so I'll just say whatever. That was the next step, anyways. All right, noted.
But what's it called? Then that's on you, not on me. Also, we're trying to control it too much. The only limitations we put on him is don't eat non-enemies.
That's not true.
And if we got something, he should at least wait. He eats plenty. We get yo. You need to stop simping over your lizard. Or amphibian or whatever the fuck this is.
How large he is. He needs to eat way more than we give him.
What?
He can hunt though.
No, he doesn't. Literally every day I feed him the equivalent enough to satisfy something for a day. He doesn't eat because he's hungry. He eats
He is hungry.
He might say he's hungry, but he's not eating because he's hungry. He's eating because he wants to continue to grow. He's eating because it's the only thing that his instincts tell him to do. It's not because his body needs more. His body's fully nourished as it is. It's just that at the basis level, he is a living black hole that all it can do and all it wants to do, and it's all it's capable of doing, is continuing to consume and grow and become more of a threat.
It's like Siegfried is like if King from the Owl House actually had power. Like
I can see that.
Right?
Except he's not sweet.
Yeah, except for that. Because like, remember when he had the slug thing that he fed until it attacked him? This is the exact same thing. It's more dangerous.
But this has been going on a lot more than one episode.
Yeah. It's gonna just eat all of us.
You eventually need to understand, Siegfried.
You can't kill it with salt.
That Jormungandr isn't our friend.
Oh, he's not your friend.
Okay, fine. He isn't. He doesn't have to be. He's not your friend either.
He is.
No, here's the only reason he listens is because he has to, because of the contract. If it wasn't for that, you'd be in its maws right now.
So hey,
as he just clearly showed, he doesn't hold loyalty.
Hypothetical question. If I were to jump over the boat and attack Jormungandr,
yeah, that's a bad move.
How dead would I be?
Very dead.
On a scale to a buffed young black dragon, a buffed young black dragon.
Oh.
Yeah.
It'd be 2 versus 1.
That's true.
Because he simps over his lizard.
I think the rest of the ships would help me kill this thing. So it'd be 2 versus everybody here. If I were to be the first one to attack.
Like I said before, until Siegfried lets it go, even if we do manage to kill Jormungandr, he's just gonna do everything in his power to make everything suck after.
Fair. I mean, not fair, but correct. Yeah.
You really want to roll new character sheet that badly?
Yeah, you will definitely die.
Jenzu will sacrifice
you don't even have a swim speed.
Life the entire party. That's part of
that's dumb. That's dumb.
And he
don't do it in
die.
this scenario where you'll die in 2 turns.
And will die to protect strangers. So.
Oh well, don't worry. We're not strangers, so you don't have to die for us.
No, he died to protect his friends, family, and strangers. Like that's what he does. That's what all the sailors. So.
Well,
he would do this.
Yes, and you know what? If you did it in the very moment that you begin the attack, I would respect you. And then the very next moment, I would consider you the dumbest person I've ever seen on one of these ships.
Fair.
Because it's just not worth it. That's all I can say to you. It's just not worth it.
The last session of the campaign will be when he grows so big he eats the entire ship in one bite, and we're all just dead instantly. That's gonna be the last session.
You think I'm not gonna stab him in the head with a sword before that happens? You think for
you're gonna be
slightest moment?
He's gonna swallow you whole. He'll suck you in like a black hole, sucking all the ships.
Jormungandr is now about 40 feet long.
I'm also faster than Jormungandr, so I can escape.
Are you faster than Jormungandr?
I can triple dash. I mean, I could double dash.
There you go.
Or I'm at least as fast.
Yeah.
All
right.
And also, saying it out loud. So.
I am going to be sending Jormungandr's new statistics to Siegfried in just a moment. So that was the event. You guys are going to be arriving home soon. I mean,
I honestly would have preferred if it would have passed the save, so that we could just kill it once and for all.
Why didn't we just kill it now? That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the
Because
difference between
Siegfried's going to fight against us, and as I repeat,
What if we
it's just gonna.
if we feed him to a salamander and then kill the salamander and quote rescue him, and there we go. Like, you know that myth, the Greek myth where the guy would kick his enemy, like he'd rob people and kick him off a cliff, and then the turtle would eat him.
Yes, yes, I know that myth. Yeah.
It's like that.
The pirate, yeah. You see, there's a difference though. There's a difference though.
How's it different?
The difference is that Siegfried is a cuck.
So was the other guy.
Of immense degree.
He robbed people
I've
for
learned
life.
from the best.
Oh my god. I don't know what to do in this situation.
The only thing we could do is
kill it
The
now.
Beatles said, "Let it be."
Beg for God to help us.
Huh?
God, oh godly God, help us, please.
Wait, can Jenzu pray to his patron?
Sure.
Helm?
Go ahead.
Helm.
Helm is the god of protection and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Just
Asking for more
roll a check with your spellcasting modifier.
What is this? It's not loading. That's helpful.
Your spellcasting mod would be like a +7, I think.
I think so, but I'll just go with 7 and I'll let you
How'd
know.
your mods get this high?
We all have a +4 because of our from proficiency.
The only one I got that's high is my intimidation. That's only an 8.
Yeah, but your
built it
strength, your strength is also high.
You're plus
Also,
4.
yeah, that's it, and then plus proficiency for strength for whatever you have a proficiency for. Like when you attack, you have a +8, right?
Jenzu, what did I ask for you to roll this for again?
I'm asking for guidance from Helm, the god of protection.
Excellent. You get a little blip on your radar, and it's just so often messages from gods require checks over 20, right? Like for any kind of divine intervention or anything to happen.
I'm not asking for just intervention, I'm asking for moral compass guidance.
You get a bit of common sense, a little bit of a gift from Helm that says, "Oh well, shit." Essentially, I mean, yeah, no, it's not a direct message.
What do you
Helm.
want from me?
It's more of a like. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything, but like, look at it. Is the basic gist of what you get.
Helm or like
Siegfried, are you comfortable with me sharing the statistics of Jormungandr with everybody?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna post them in the Roll20, and then I'm gonna post them in the Discord.
Dear. Gosh, that's a lot.
And yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah. And this is actually where we're gonna be. If you see the word dragon, pretend that doesn't exist.
Intel at 12 wasn't the Intel at like 2 or 4?
No, it was 4 before because he ate something.
Why is it 12 now?
But Jormungandr has
neutral
reached
hungry.
critical mass.
He is smarter than Siegfried.
Oh my god!
This is the one thing that couldn't be allowed to happen.
Yeah.
We need to kill it.
Actually,
kill
has
it.
a lot
Kill
of
it
things higher
now.
than me.
Okay, it's too late.
Siegfried, we have.
Next session, this
He
thing's
has
gonna
to
die.
We have to kill him. He's.
Oh my god, you guys!
Siegfried.
You know what? I'm gonna let you
Siegfried.
guys read this for a minute, and then we're gonna end the session. So, do you have any comments, questions, concerns?
All right. So first things first.
I'm gonna die.
The whole reason why your control thing was okay before was because its wisdom was low, so it would more than likely fail. Now, in the current circumstance, and now it is a lot more likely to succeed, and then directly go against whatever it is you say. It is too dangerous now.
Inhales a 15 cone. It literally can suck things into its mouth.
It does necrotic. It's no longer even a beat. It does necrotic damage. It does death.
Does 8
Kill
does
it.
D8.
Kill it.
It does. Where does it do 8d8?
Taking
No.
8d8
With its
necrotic
breath
damage.
weapon.
Oh my
It is a
god.
breath weapon. I thought
Look
it
at
said
the last
inhale.
ability.
It's literally a sea
Yes,
dragon,
yes,
guys.
inhale.
It's his inhale.
All right.
Is it? That was
All
the
right.
sucking
So
potion,
here's
is
the
it?
thing. Here's the thing, Siegfried. So you know our job. You remember our job?
Yes.
Yeah. He falls under our job now.
He now
To
is
the-
literally, by definition, a sea monster.
He was always.
Yeah.
Sig- No. But now he's a threat.
Oh, no,
Before.
Oh, now he's just neutral hungry. You guys gotta calm down. All right.
Yeah, did you see what I put for his alignment, guys?
I see that.
That's glorious.
This is a
Siegfried, I understand that you simp over your
Great.
lizard. You simp so strong, but you see, it is now too much of a threat. It has to die.
It's good.
So I just want to point out real quick.
He gets
that
legendary
I-
resistances at the next bracket, just a heads up.
All right, I'm going
Yeah.
to.
So
You
I
know,
also
have
just want to point out real quick
Yeah.
that my 5'3" the Hexlock may be able to beat Jormungandr
Oh, yeah,
in an arm wrestling
probably.
contest.
Yeah, that's fine. There's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah,
See,
but
yeah,
here's the
just-
thing: after
yeah,
you slam its arm down, it's gonna suck you in, and then who wins?
All right, fair.
So,
Okay,
guys,
Um,
how about we arm the cannons and the ballista?
so guys, next session, your job to prepare.
So
is to,
you see Arcanautus arrive on the sea. You see Sky Knights flying in the day
Okay.
sun.
We can't bring
around-
the sea monster back to Arcanautus.
You see one in
Damn it,
particular
keep
on a
going.
Pegasus begin to fly towards your ships, recognizing
Oh
the
no, this
original
guy's
vessel.
gonna die. He sucks.
The Pegasus
And
guy
that's
does suck.
where we're gonna end tonight's session, as you see Sky Knight Gabriel waving
Run, Gabriel.
from the distance.
Yeah, Captain.
Yarmungandr
Yes,
disappears.
he was a captain before he saw.
Yarmungandr disappears beneath the waves as
Oh,
the Sky Knight begins to descend.
I don't understand why he's
Fight
so
it in the
trash
water,
if he's a
though.
captain.
Can we? We have to get it on land. Does it have a disadvantage on land?
No.
It actually got
Water.
faster. It has a 40-foot move speed on land now.
Jesus.
Siegfried, it's over. It's over.
No,
we'll get
no,
you a new one.
It's faster
10
than
feet
most
slower.
civilians.
It's
No, we will
slower
not
than
be getting
It'll
this.
eat all the kids. It
my
can't be
God.
allowed to live.
It's
I
gonna
mean,
eat Puff.
technically,
If it
even
touches
adults
Puff,
at this size are like kids to it.
I was
It-
gonna
it's
end the
Sig-
episode, but
Siegfried.
I'm just gonna let this keep going until it stops being funny.
Siegfried, it's too late. It's over. We'll get
No.
you a new one.
So
I
much
swear
We'll
to you.
get
I'll
you
get
a
you a new
new
one.
You can restart with another one. Oh, the other one
Thank
was
you for
defective. Can we have
today.
another try?
I will see.
Tyler, I
She's
have
just
a
like,
question
I don't
for you.
know. As she
So,
fucking
yeah,
all the
yeah,
metal
seeing
in
it in the chat above.
all the
Oh, wait,
metal
oh,
in
never
her
mind.
shop is just gone because the fucking rust monsters took it all.
Oh yeah, I swore I'd never go back there.
Yeah,
I forgot
remember?
about that. Yeah.
It's been like a month.
It was also the
Siegfried.
only one.
if it so much as looks at Puff, it's gonna be like
It's gonna.
it's
It's already tried to
Uh,
eat Puff.
It is aware
When
that
did it
Puff,
try-
it is
it
now
tried to eat
aware
Puff?
that eating Puff might be poisonous, as it might inflate and cause him to suffocate.
Okay,
God.
All right, we
he
gotta
has,
throw
he has
Puff
a lot
into
of self-preservation now.
Okay. So this guy's gonna die. Everyone plan your attack for next session. Coordinate everything. How we're
Yeah.
gonna, throw
he did
Siegfried
just
out first.
disappear.
and all
Yeah,
that.
Narmangundr
So-
just disappeared beneath the waves.
Also,
No
how
longer here.
does anyone have one of those magic rings I could borrow for swim speed? Because
Nope.
I
You might
can't
be
kill
able.
Do you
this thing
think-
if I can't.
You
swim.
might be able to
Okay.
get one when on the next session. Which, yeah, again, we are gonna end the session as soon as you guys decide that we're good.
Do you think I'm going in the
Yeah.
water right now? Do you
Oh,
think
that's a
any
fair
of us with
point.
swim
Oh,
speeds
God.
are going in the water? He
We
can
can't-
inhale us.
Okay, we need to find literally an abandoned, like an empty island, just with no people, and lure him onto the island without him knowing.
He's smarter than
knowing,
Siegfried now.
It. Jesus Christ.
What's your intelligence? What is your intelligence, Jenzu? I'm actually curious because you thought about jumping in the water earlier.
That's fair, actually.
Wait, hold on. This is like a
14.
low intelligence party.
14. Okay. I'm not bad.
I mean,
mine's
12. I'm 12.
Yeah, that's equal. Can I just say that statistically, he's not as scary as some of the other stuff you guys have fought. It's just the implication that he's gonna get bigger is the problem.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that Siegfried is so unhelpful.
And the fact that he is smart enough to now tactically hunt.
Yeah, and also, it's that we're raising him in the fleet. Like, he's grown up knowing, like, points of the ship. If he's smart, he can know where to attack the ships and how to eat all of us. He's learning. He's living with us.
Yeah.
It's like raising a cat that wants to kill you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Siegfried, we have to kill him.
Guys, think about it this way. Why does he keep trying to eat Siegfried?
I don't blame him for trying to eat Siegfried. I blame him for trying to eat everyone else. I tried to eat Siegfried.
I think he gave us a hint last session, because if he eats me with a bond, he can't be controlled anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame him. But I blame him for trying to eat everybody. You're a jerk to him, so I don't really. You're also kind of crazy, though.
So this goes back to the whole. Okay, next session we're starting off with combat, guys. That's just how it's gonna be.
We don't have a choice anymore. Yeah,
what do you mean we don't need to? It's intelligent now.
And he's not. Jormungandr's not here anymore. Jormungandr just left.
Yeah, Jormungandr doesn't exist. This is Jormungandr Mega. Didn't you see the stat block?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Also, what does the picture look like now? Is he supposed to have a different picture?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, here, let me just grab that for you real quick. 1 sec. I forgot to upload it. 1 sec. This will be the last thing. Let me just. Here. Yeah, one sec. Let me just.
More terrified.
Let me just.
Christ!
Godzilla?
Yes.
God, we knew it was Godzilla. We said it was Godzilla.
Okay. Yes. So guys, real quick before we go, I have something to say. So Game Theory did their charity live stream today for St. Jude. They were expecting to get around 30,000 or 300,000. Their goal was 1 million. They got 3 million today.
That's awesome for that other YouTube channel. Awesome. But also very good for St. Jude's. That's very, very cool. I'm very happy about that. It's a shame I didn't get a chance to stop by. I might go donate later.
Yeah, they're probably gonna upload the entire stream at some point. It's a 10-hour stream, so
I'm gonna end the thing now.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Have a beautiful night, everybody.
Bye.
Donate. Always good.
Yes.
Donate to Jormungandr's stomach fund.
Yeah. Oh, please don't.
Never.
All right.
We don't need that.
Good night, everybody.
Yep.
See y'all trying not to die next time.
Oh my fucking God.